Welcome to today's practice video. This group started in Melbourne back in March 2020, and our daily movement and mindfulness practices are still going today. Please subscribe to the channel. You're welcome to share this. If you would like to join our daily practice, drop us a note. Details are on the About tab on the YouTube channel. Remember that the journey of 1,000 miles starts beneath your feet, so I hope you will be inspired to join us for daily practice.
Okay, today's musical oracle is Tina Turner.
Tina Turner's our number one best advice.
She's very Taoist. Tina Turner says, "It's not what happens that matters, it's how you deal with it. Purge your life of whatever brings you down, like a shelf full of CDs. The most beautiful lotus blooms in the deepest mud."
Nice. I feel like Tina Turner must have hung out with some monks sometime, maybe back in the 60s. All right, welcome to practice, everyone. Let's just allow ourselves to strap an anchor into Sunday's practice. You might remember that thing we talked about yesterday about health being like a ship on a sea, always moving, always rocking. Sometimes it's windy and stormy, sometimes it's calm, and we always have to keep adjusting our sails. We always have to keep changing things up. No true health answer. So today we just drop an anchor. We see if we can switch our mindset into one of stillness, one of acceptance, allowing, yielding. These are all qualities of yin. Everything in the world moves between its yin and yang qualities, its stillness and movement, up, down, fast, slow, hot, cold. So we're not looking for the perfect way, we're just looking for the middle way, the balance. When we commit to a yin practice, it's one of finding comfort through our discomfort, finding peace with our imperfections, however our body is, just allowing, accepting it, knowing that every day our body is different. Every day when we wake, we might have slept differently, more time or less. We might have eaten a healthy meal last night, or maybe not so much. And without judgment, we just allow ourselves to come into this place of quiet, moving away from that sense of always planning, always needing to know what's next. You might take a moment to just feel your body and its connection to the earth, maybe your legs, your feet. What can we soften and just allow to go a little bit deeper into the earth? We might also bring some awareness to our breath. Just follow our in-breath all the way to the end. And then sigh it out. All right, let's come into our yin practice. We need a bolster today if you don't already have one. Just find a chunky looking cushion or maybe a rolled up blanket. We're going to bring our sit bones onto the end of this cushion. The whole practice today, we're going to be focused on our legs. Legs essentially, maybe you haven't noticed this, have four sides. Our quad muscles at the top, inside is our adductors, outside is our abductors, our IT band, and of course at the back, our hamstrings and calves. And we're going to be trying to relax these muscles and try and get into the fascia, the connective tissue that runs all through our legs, just sending energy from feet back to the organs. So we're going to see if we can just use gravity, and we'll do different shapes for all 4 sides of our legs. See if we can just find a little bit of a deeper connection to the earth. We're going to start by bringing the soles of our feet together. Be really conscious of that kidney point right under the ball of your foot, behind the big toe, or an inch or so down from the big toe. Just find that spot with your thumbs, and we're going to place the 2 kidney points in towards each other, soles of our feet touching. So our knees are out wide, and it's good to have your hips a little higher, so you're sitting high on your cushion or bolster. Just allow your knees to flop out to the side. You might feel your muscles on the inside of your legs switch on just a little. Just allow gravity to work its magic. Over time, these muscles will just let go. You will soften down. Just check that your upper body has no tension in it. No tension in your jaw, your chin, neck. Just might let it hang over. Spine can be curled just a little. Not trying to stretch, not trying to reach anything. We'll be in the shape for a couple of minutes. Once you feel settled, you might bring your breath focus back to the belly, inhaling through the abdomen. And then as we breathe out, we sigh out, maybe soften a little deeper. In Indian practice, we can use that same Ujjayi breath that we practiced the other day, that breath where you try and bring in that sound of fogging up a mirror, or the sound of the ocean, that sound. Generally, we breathe in through the nose and we do the sound without opening our mouth. So that same ha sound, but with the mouth closed. Breathing from a restriction in the back of your throat. You might like to practice this Ujjayi breath. And as you hold this shape, you might start to become aware of the body slowly moving into that rest and digest mode. Where our body repairs itself. We don't feel so much on edge. You find your mind wandering all over the shop. Just gently coax it back to that abdominal breath, just focusing on the inhale and expanding the belly. And as we exhale, we sigh it out. We're going to very slowly walk our hands behind the body and come down onto our elbows and then onto our back, so our spine is supported by our bolster. See if you can feel that support all the way along your spine. If you don't quite have enough room, you can be on the floor. You don't need to have a cushion. Just allow your spine to be heavy, supported by the ground. Allow the shoulders to spill out over either side. Chest is open. We're keeping that connection between our kidney 1 points, that point just below the ball of the foot. Knees are wide and softening. You should still feel a strong sensation along the inside of your leg, your thigh. You might like to check if you brought any curve into your lumbar spine. See if you can sink that whole spine down. Might need to tuck your tailbone just a little. Spine is flat, supported. When you feel ready, just bring the attention back to your belly. Inhaling to find presence. Exhaling out distraction. Inhaling to just accept exactly where we are, exactly how our body feels today. And as we exhale, we let go of any tension, any stress we might be holding on to. Let's take 2 more breaths in this shape. Whenever you're ready, we're going to bring our elbows in close to the sides and just prop ourselves up. Just come up as slowly as you can. Let's keep the sit bones on the edge of our bolster or cushion, and we're going to take our legs out wide. You might like to put a blanket under your heels if your floor is too hard. But we want to press our heels in, so flexing our ankles, and just feel that stretch along the underside of the leg. And we want to find our upper body just relaxed, just hanging down, no effort. You might scan through your cheeks, your jaw, your shoulders, collarbone. Just allow it to sink down. Every yin practice, we aim to release ourselves from all efforting. That's a word. Is efforting a word? Probably not. Even though it's not a word, we all know what it means. So just no sense of trying to solve any problems right now. Just sense of just accepting wherever we're at. Every day we awake in the same body, and if we want to live in this world, we only have one body to live in. It's with us every day that we're here. We might have all sorts of thoughts and comments and criticisms about how our body looks or feels, but right now we just accept all the imperfections, whatever they might be. So with this shape, we're still a little bit on our adductor muscles on the inside of our legs, but we're shifting our emphasis a little bit behind the legs, moving more into our hamstrings, or into our yang meridians. Inside of our legs are kidney and liver and spleen. In Chinese medicine, all these meridian lines probably sound very confusing, but there's 6 in the upper body, 6 in the lower body. Your yin meridian is always the inside. The yang meridian is always the outside and the back. Yin is inside and front. It's all feeling a little confusing. Just maybe start to get a sense for some of these rules. But always moving between yin and yang. Meridians work in a pair. So the inside of our legs is our kidney meridian, starting right at the bottom of the foot and coming all the way up the inside of our body. And the pair for the kidney is the urinary bladder. This is the longest meridian in the body, runs all the way from the inside of your eyebrow, up over your head, down your spine, down the back of the legs, all the way to the toe. Bladder meridian is about letting go. So as you take your next breath, you might sigh it out. Bringing our attention back to the breath. We inhale to expand through the belly. Exhale, let it go. Inhale one more time. Sigh it out. Let's bend our knees and slowly bring our feet in towards the body. We might just open through the hips a little. Then we're going to come off our bolsters. Maybe just put them aside for a moment. Let's come down all the way onto our backs. Extend one leg out, extend our right leg out, and we're going to lift our left leg right up towards the sky. Wrap our hands around, interlace the fingers maybe. Let's take a moment just to check in our lumbar spine. Spine should still be heavy into the mat. So with this shape, we're still staying behind our legs, our hamstrings. See if you can find that spot where muscles just let go a little. Allow yourself to soften into the earth. Just let gravity work some magic. You might like to roll a little through your ankle joint. Once you feel settled in this shape, just see if you can relax down through your shoulders, through your collarbone. Upper body is soft. So many ways you can do this shape with tensing many muscles in your body, but see if you can scan through your body and just relax muscles one by one. Come into your next breath. See if you can use your mind to send breath into the back of your leg. Visualize that part of the body in your mind. So belly expands. You might feel breath spilling into your hips, your back. Let's take 2 more breaths here. And then we're going to extend that leg out. Might feel a little ginger. Stretch it out long. Lift up the right leg this time. Wrap the arms around. You might interlace the fingers. Flex the foot. Press the feet up towards the sky. And again, just scan back through your body and see if you can relax down through the upper body. Spine is heavy. This side might feel a little different to the other side. If it does, just notice that. Maybe a little easier, maybe a little harder. So often during the day, we favor one side of our body more than the other. Maybe holding babies or carrying the shopping, being tugged by the dog. Can be so many subtle behaviors that we have during the day that we only do with one side of our body. Might be an intention you take from practice just to switch sides, no matter what it is. The next time you eat food, switch your fork in the opposite hand. Maybe brush your teeth with the opposite hand. Just notice how it feels. Let's take one more breath. And slowly bring that leg down. Just take a minute lying on your back. Allow everything to settle. Might feel a bit of a tingling along your legs, maybe in your hands or arms. The bladder meridian runs all the way down from the back of our head, down our spine, down the back of our legs. So just feel its connection to the earth. Sense of letting go. Slowly going to prop ourselves up onto our elbows. Come right all the way around to our tabletop position. And we're going to take our left knee right up to our left wrist and foot coming under the body. Very good angle on this screen. Apologies for that. So yeah, foot coming under the body, and then if you feel comfortable, come down all the way onto your elbows. You're very welcome to stay on hands. What we're looking for here is a strong sensation on our IT band along the outside of our leg, our abductor muscles. Once you find your comfortable position, see if you can soften into it. This is quite a strong sensation. Just allow that. No tension in the upper body. If you're feeling quite a lot of discomfort here, send the breath to the hip joint. Visualize that part of the body in your mind. Inhale deeply through the belly. Feel that sense of expansion, extension of yourself. We use this type of discomfort just to help us become used to the idea of constant change, constant transience, impermanence. It's a natural way of things. When we hold on to things too much, inevitably they get taken away. Whatever it might be, possessions, a relationship. So we use discomfort to teach us to be okay with whatever changes happen, to believe change is inevitable. And also just to help us stay in that space of gratitude for what we have every day, not taking anything for granted. Slowly take our hands down, press ourselves up. We're going to swing the back leg all the way around and take it over the top so that we're stacking our knees, bringing our feet into the side of the body. And this shape looks a bit different for everyone, so just get as close to it as you can, where your knees are stacked one over each other. You can take your hands down to where your feet are. This is another quite intense stretch on these meridian lines and outside of our body, our IT band, our hip joints. You might remember from many practices that this is where we hold our sense of frustration, impatience, irritation. This is the part of our body where we're in our wood element. Wood element season is the season we're in right now, spring in Australia. When we bring our wood element into balance, this is when we have initiative, we trust, we try new things, have the confidence to keep moving. To do this, we have to get beyond all our little petty annoyances and impatiences. We do this usually through patience, through kindness, through giving. Let's take just 2 more breaths here. And we slowly untangle the legs. We're going to come up onto our tabletop. Maybe just move through the hips a little. Just a little shimmy from side to side. And whenever you're ready, we're going to come into our swan shape on the other side. Right knee right up to the right hand. Foot comes under the body. Maybe stay up on your hands. Maybe come down on your elbows. If you like, you can even bring your forehead down. Just feel into that sensation in the IT band, the iliotibia band that runs alongside from your hip bone to your knee. Again, you might feel it a little stronger or weaker in this side. Every day we're different. So what are we learning today? Take 2 more breaths here. Slowly prop ourselves up onto our hands, drop onto our right sit bone. Let's take that left leg all the way forward. Stack the knees again, bringing our feet either side of our hip bones or whatever shape works for you. Just allow the upper body to soften. Wherever your mind has taken you, however far away from the mat. Just draw our attention back into the breath. And slowly press ourselves up, untangle the legs. And we're going to come down all the way onto our back. Just allow your body to be as heavy as you can. Just surrender. Sink everything down into the mat, support of the earth. You might just slightly bring up the corners of your mouth into the smallest smile, just releasing all the muscles in your face, 300 muscles. As you take your next out breath, can you soften a little more? Slowly bring a little bit of movement into our fingers, toes, wrists, ankles. Might take our arms overhead and take a small yawn. And then slowly roll onto our left side. Whenever you're ready, press yourself up into a seated position. We're going to finish the practice today just by bringing our palms together. Just feel palm pressing into palm. Thumbs resting on that sea of tranquility point, the mid part of our sternum, our chest. As we take the next breath in, we spend a moment in gratitude. Firstly, to ourselves for the decision to practice today. And then gratitude to the practice of yoga itself, thousands of years of wisdom and knowledge of the human body. Most of all, gratitude to whatever is present in our life. You might like to bring to mind friends, relatives, partners, children, parents. We use practice to move away from our endless monkey mind thoughts of what we need, what we want. If only I had this, if only I had that, I would be happy. We use practice just to bring our focus away from that kind of endless craving and desire and grievance. And we bring our focus back to sense of gratitude for what is in our life. Maybe make a small intention to bring the lessons of this practice, our attentiveness, our ability to listen, our presence, into whoever we meet throughout the day today. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. How's everyone feeling?
Thank you, Rich. I feel
Very
good.
good.
Thanks, Jess.
Thank you, Rich. Feels great.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Feel good.
I'm feeling fantastic.
Need more.
Colin.
Yeah, anyone has ever called a yin yoga class fantastic.